Yo, so I was rewatching the JJK Zero movie, right? And it made me realize just how much of a menace this dude Geto is. Like, first of all, he already named after the #1 place known to breed menaces. You know, the motherfucking Geto, you feel me? But that's besides the point. What I'm trying to say is we ain't seen a nigga with this much hate in his heart since Frieza was on screen. Like, this nigga really could have gave Buck Nasty and Silky Johnson a run for their money at the haters ball. Let me list off his crimes. We got murder, extortion, racism, genocide, starting a hate group, orchestrating a civil war, and worst of all, identity theft. This nigga held on to Yuta's school ID the whole fucking movie. I mean, I don't know about you, but to me, that's unforgettable. But anyway, we get introduced to this dude by Gojo, who is his self-admitted best friend, and this is what he got to say about him. This nigga cursed 100 people to death. Like, already that's a red flag to me. I don't know about you. He's 1 out of 4 special grade sorcerers, so already 25% of the most powerful niggas in this verse is evil. Like, that's not including the 16 special grade curses and Sukuna. So the Jujutsu Society got a real problem on their hands. And he got kicked out of the school. They got 6 kids in it, so you know they struggling for students. Like, the first year class only got 4 kids. What the fuck this nigga do? Orochimaru was abducting children and conducting sinister experiments, and he still ain't get kicked out of the Leaf Village. That nigga left. Sasori was making human puppets out of deceased ninja, and he still ain't get kicked out of the Sand Village. That nigga left. What the fuck did this nigga do to get kicked out of school? And so anyway, you got this bitch looking like Connie's mom from Attack on Titan, with her daughter getting terrorized by a horny demon like he Mineta or something, and this nigga starts calling him the wrong name, insisting on calling him the wrong name like he Inosuke. So he's spraying himself with this disinfectant like he's sponsored by Old Spice or some shit. Meanwhile, this nigga live with curses up his sleeve, got this nasty ass centipede curse with a human face wrapped around his neck. Like, this nigga be cuddling curses, but he think humans is dirty. But anyway, have y'all noticed when he take a curse, it turns into like a black orb, and he gotta eat it to get his powers? So I don't know what that means to you, but to me it seemed like this nigga get his powers from swallowing black balls like he Tiana Trump or something. So then he walk in with his secretary, and he like, oh, we got all these people in the same place, this is a special day, let's take selfies. And he starts taking selfies like a bad bitch. He talking about, yes girl, yes queen, slay, you got it bitch. Like, this nigga don't got a care in the world. And so you got this old nigga running to him talking about, I paid you over 1,000,000 yen. I need you to take care of these curses. He like, yeah, you paid me over 1,000,000 yen, but you ain't continuing to pay me, so you could get on out of here. And so he get this nigga sucked off like he bought him a prostitute, but in the worst way. Like, watching this scene made me scared of all types of hickeys. Like, I ain't never doing that again. That shit was brutal. So you got blood all on the walls and in the hallway and shit. This nigga just walk right over it, right? And so now he gonna pull up to Jujutsu High on one of Datara's creations because he want to talk to Yuta, and he hop off this bird with 2 bitches crazier than Himiko Toga and a male stripper looking like he related to Hisoka. Nigga got heart-shaped pasties on his nipples and shit, and he start talking to Yuta like a Jehovah's Witness. He like, have you heard of our Lord and Savior? Like, this nigga talking about how Jujutsu sorcerers are the real gods and all this type of shit. And so now the teachers gotta pop up like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing at our school? You know, you gotta get up on out of here. And then he's like, well, really, I'm just here to declare war. Like, this nigga declared war casually like Obito at the 5 Kage summit, you feel me? So then he's like, all right, well, yeah, I just want to declare war, I'll see you later. Gojo's like, what makes you think we'll leave? He's like, oh, that's easy, because if you don't, I'll let my goonies loose on your little homies. So now you got these niggas in the boardroom trying to discuss how they gonna deal with this menace. So you got this nigga like, Geto is a black Air Force grade sorcerer. He's crazier than O-Dog, got more bodies than King Von, and a bigger following than Young Boy. Titles, Triple OG, EBK, Sneak Gang Specialist. He is with all the activities and festivities. Any questions? Yeah, I got one. How the fuck is we gonna deal with this nigga? So now the principal jump in, he like, put out a call to the alumni, call in our favor with the Demon Slayer Corp, call the NRA, call the Ghostbusters, Kim Possible, call her, beep her, goddammit, call Maruni. I want everybody and they mama on the front line. You got these niggas freaking out, and Geto ain't even worried about nothing. He like, this war ain't even real. While they're all distracted, I'ma kill Yuta and take his bitch. Like, this nigga just started a civil war just to get his hands on a curse. If you walking up to the Jujutsu High killing people without touching them like Wind style, you can't fuck with me jutsu, ha! Whenever Gojo realized what the play is, he gonna send Panda and Toge to go deal with that. knowing these niggas gonna get fucked up. So Panda pop up on Geto like the Raikage popped up on Sasuke at the 5 Kage Summit. He is not playing. And Geto just start beating the fuck out of him. Like, nigga, you ain't know that's an endangered species? Like, goddamn, Panda's a up-close fighter. This is all he does. He got transformations and all type of shit looking like Jugo's curse mark level 3. And this nigga Geto straight up dogging his ass. He threw a spear straight through his back, out his stomach like Shaka Zulu. But Panda had a plan. This nigga fell down and had Toge pop up like,
your mama so old she washed dishes for the last supper.
Boom, but he ain't know that Geto ain't have a mama, so it ain't even affect him, you feel me? So Geto pop up and off these niggas. And by the way, he off-screen Maki, like she wasn't even deserving of a fight scene. This nigga did her like Tamari did 10-10 in the tuning exams. Now motherfucking Yuta walking out, and while Yuta walking out, Geto just like crying of happiness, just praising the sorcerers on how they stick together like Rui was praising Nezuko in the Spider Forest and Demon Slayer. He like, oh, this is what I love to see. Like, this nigga is off his rocker. He ain't even acting like he's starting a whole goddamn war. So now he had Yuta pissed. Yuta was looking at him the way Levi was looking at the Beast Titan. And he got so mad, he got a Mob Psycho power up. Like, this nigga just mastered all the powers, right? And so Geto like, all right, we gonna start light. He sent Bebe's kids at him. He like, get him, these badass kids. Yuta deal with that real quick. So Geto like, okay, we gonna step it up. So we sent some centipedes at him. And Yuta gonna be like, Rika, give it here. This bitch give him a megaphone. I'm like, what he finna do? This nigga straight up used Toge's power better than he did. He said,
your mama so ugly her birth certificate's an apology letter.
Boom, kill everybody. So Geto like, okay, it's time to get serious. So he got this ugly ass curse wrapped around his neck that deep-throated a triple nunchuck, and he starts spitting them bitches out one by one, like all slowly dripping with saliva. Like, that shit was gross. Like, this nigga think humans is gross, but he gonna put his hands on that? He don't need disinfectant spray for that? Like, I'm just saying, like, this nigga's fucking crazy. And so he got these nunchucks, and he just start going ham. This nigga's fighting a special grade sorcerer and a special grade curse at the same motherfucking time, and he's happy. This nigga talking about his philosophy, he laughing, he giving the nigga tips and shit, until Yuta punched him so hard he changed the filter. This nigga punched him like he had a QB amp. He hit him like Naruto hit Haku to get out the crystal ice mirrors. And so Geto like, all right, I'm gonna stop playing with this nigga. He like, I'm gonna use my ultimate attack. I'm gonna combine the 4,466 1,000,002 curses. I got some crazy ass number, and I'm gonna summon this special grade curse, and we gonna attack you all at once. So Yuta knew shit was serious. So he gonna rizz up Rika to unlock her full power. This bitch open her third eye like Hiei. She like, oh, Yuta, I love you. And I'm just like, did this nigga just kiss a demon? But anyway, I ain't seen a beam clash this epic since the end of the Cell Saga. That shit was crazy. It looked like they dropped the atom bomb in that bitch. And so now Geto missing an arm, and he walking down this fucking dark pathway, and he's still talking about how great sorcerers are. He's like, oh, Rika, her power is amazing. Like, this nigga got no self-preservation. He got no care for life, his own or otherwise. And so now Gojo pull up on him. They on some Hashirama and Madara shit. Like, they used to be friends. They still kind of friends. They don't hate each other, but they know they gotta fight because of where they morals stand. And so Gojo's like, do you have any last words? He's like, yes, I hate these goddamn monkeys. I just want you to know I never hated the sorcerers. It's like, nigga, we know. That's your whole motherfucking character archetype. And so Gojo's like, all right, nigga, you know, like, you ain't tell me nothing I didn't know. And so at the end, he finally give Yuta his motherfucking school ID back, so at least we could scratch identity theft off of his record. But I don't think that's gonna matter in the long run. I think if we took it to court, the nigga's getting 3 life sentences, but I don't know. Y'all let me know. So I just thought that this nigga was a menace worth covering. So let me know what y'all think. But I think this nigga's the biggest menace in all of JJK. He might be worse than Sukuna.